Don't you come here and say I didn't warn you about the way your world can alter. And oh, how you try to command it all still. Every single time it all shifts one way or the other. And I'm a goddamn coward, but then again, so are you. And the lions roar as me evading and hollering for you. And I never really knew what to do. And every once in a while, I sing a song for you that would rise above the mountains and the stars and the sea. And if I wanted it to, it would lead you back to me.
Hey.
Damn it. Not again. No. The lights.
Hey.
All
good. Easy. Take it easy.
Who are you?
Name's Mackenzie. I'm the one who saved you from the bear.
Kill it?
I don't think so. But I hit it. Maybe scared it away.
Not the way you shoot.
Glad your memory's coming back.
Shit. He got me good this time.
This time?
Yeah. Me and the old bear go back a ways. There's unfinished business between us.
I bandaged you up, but you're in bad shape. Is there anywhere to get medical help?
What? You mean like a hospital? Out here? Nah, nothing like that.
I see you have a radio. Can we call for help?
No. Radio's been dead for the past few days. I can't raise any of the usual channels. I'm not sure why.
Well, you'll need some stronger meds to avoid infection. And for the pain.
You some kind of doctor?
No. But I've been around doctors enough to know you'll be in trouble soon. Unless you get some better help than I can give you.
Yeah. Right. Well... closest help is probably in Milton. Back the way you came.
There's nobody left to help you there. The town's pretty much deserted. There was a fire and...
Damn. The next town's days away. I'm wrecked. But if you leave now, you might be able to...
You won't last days like this. Must be another way.
There's someone who might help. But we can only reach them by radio.
So, we're back to where we started. There's got to be somewhere nearby that might have medical supplies, or another radio we can use.
You might find some comms gear, or parts, in the old Carter Dam. It's probably ancient stuff, though. That place has been abandoned for years. It used to have a first aid room. Might still be some old meds there, too. Something strong enough to maybe numb this pain.
hang in there. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Wait. Wait. The old bear. He's still out there. He'll be wanting to finish the job.
Okay.
Here. Take my rifle. You won't kill him, but you might scare him off again.
Right.
Watch out. The dam. Unstable.
Wait, what? What do you mean unstable? Damn it. He's passed out.
Well. Okay. This is a nice cabin. We're gonna have to go to the abandoned dam. We're still carrying everything from our trek out here, and I don't think we need to take it all with us.
Too much stuff to carry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to use this locker to store some of our stuff. We'll take one accelerant. The cat head tails are fine. We're going to leave behind most of the firewood. It's just too heavy. I still want to try out the magnifying lens, so we'll give it a shot. We'll take 2 sticks with us. And we'll get rid of those matches and these matches. We're going to take this single large set of matches. Sounds like he's having a hard time a bit over there. I guess these antibiotics aren't good enough for him, so we'll ditch those. The antiseptic. All these emergency stims. I'm a little concerned about the energy drink being so low, but we don't really have anything else that fits that. So we'll just take it. The rest of that doesn't weigh all that much. Any clothing that we're bringing with us that we don't need, we'll put these away. We should be wearing 2 pairs of wool socks. Oh, that's right. We got the new climbing socks, which are better. That's why. Okay. So an extra pair of socks that we'll probably tear up at some point. Okay, food. I don't know how much of this that we need to bring with us. I think we'll cook the venison before we go. No, we'll put it in here. We'll eat it later. I don't want to carry the raw food with us. Should be all right. A little bit of food here. We don't need all of this tea. That's even a lot of water. We're getting low on this. All right, so here's a bunch of things that are extra that we don't need to carry. Flare. Another flare. We need a real knife at some point in time, but I'll put the snare away. I'm gonna keep the... No, I'm gonna put the simple tools away. We need a pry bar, we need a hatchet. That'll get us into stuff. Recycled can will allow us to cook. The rifle ammunition's gonna be good because we need... Actually, we can put the recycled can up because we'll have our cooking pot with us. We could probably get away with just using the recycled can, but... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put the pot up for now. We'll take the can. Alright, we don't need all this cloth. We don't need the cured rabbit pelts. They're kind of heavy. Wow. Ish. That's a lot of rose hips. We'll hang on to them so that we can prepare them in time of need. I'll put the cured gut away. Honestly, if we just sort everything by weight... Like, this jacket, heavy. This bedroll, heavy. The pry bar, the boots. I mean, the mitts weigh as much as the whole bedroll. So, it's all kind of adding up on us. That's why we're not as low here as I might like to be. I'm going to get rid of the natural bandages there. I think that's fine. These gloves are not as warm as the ones we have, but they weigh half as much again. I'll eat a little of our food on the way out there. I just don't want to have to leave anything behind. We'll also drink a fair bit of our water on our way, so... I say that's good enough for now. We're gonna leave the pork and beans and stuff like that. Find, prepare, and harvest some flora. Let's look at these side quests. Store all of the items in your backpack to complete the lesson before treating an infection. We need to make reishi tea and rosehip tea, and I guess we need to get those beard dressings back. We also need to snare a rabbit again. Okay. But it gave us credit for mending and maintaining clothing. Well, interesting.
Just what I need.
53%. I already have a storm lantern, so I'm not too concerned about that. What do you have under here, old timer? Nothing? And some sort of hatch in the floor. Well, we'll expend some supplies getting there. So we need to do rose hips and reishi. We have plenty of rose hips once we get back, but we'll need to find reishi along the way. Now, it looks like we are here. Is that right? Is that us? No. Okay. Oh, we have multiple zones now. Mystery Lake. I think this is us, right here. I guess we'll find out when we go outside. No. We Mackenzie rescues an old trapper whose knowledge would be of Great Bear Island, as well as his shortwave radio. It might be the key to finding Astrid. He wants us to come up here to the dam. Okay. I am going to reload this rifle. We're gonna have to test it out at some point. Ah, here's a map. Maybe that's us. That seems to be a house.
That trapper's my key to getting out of here. He'd better not die on me.
Trapper's homestead. And we need to get all the way up here to the dam. I think what we'll do is head over here and follow the railroad tracks. Notice that we have a stamina bar at the bottom for aiming. Good to know. Alright, we are heading in the direction that I want to go. Okay. Well. Nothing here. So it doesn't look like it's going to be too far. We just have to head east a bit. I had considered changing the difficulty settings, but we couldn't do that without with still being able to continue our old save. So I have erred on the idea of continuity over the idea of difficulty, I guess, is how to put it. Okay, good. We have bandages. I was just waiting for that, sprain. The old sprain to come back up to us. Yeah, this is the way. We don't go any faster with the rifle unequipped. I think I want to get down off this slope instead of walking through it. If we keep walking sideways like that, we're running a sprain risk. I strongly suspect that we don't want to sprain our wrists. I recall something from the previous episode where it said something like, if you sprain your wrist, you can't use two-handed weapons. It's a birch tree. That's not a situation that we want to be in, by the way. Huh. We can make birch tea. Interesting. Don't actually see any more birch trees, just the two, and only one dropped some bark. Ah, I think I see the railroad. Now that old man cautioned us to be really careful about the old bear coming back, but unless I see a bear charging directly at me, we are not going to shoot at one. I'm not even sure if I want to shoot at wolves. Let's switch to the flare gun. Yeah, it's still loaded. The good thing about the flare gun is that if we miss, we'll still startle the wolf. So I think we'll go ahead and geek this out instead of the rifle for now. We'll save the rifle for hunting or some real serious emergency stuff. Really steep. But I don't really see any more birch, at least not any more easily accessible birch. Our clothes are getting a little wet because it's snowing, but it's not too bad. There he is. I really didn't see him. Yeah, he seems to be staying back there, that's fine. You stay back there. Yeah, he's back there, it's fine. Let's go check out this camp office. It's not very far away. It seems unlikely we'll find stuff that he needs, but we might find stuff we need. I don't even know if the game has a better backpack, but maybe a backpack, maybe a knife. We're still using a piece of our airplane wreckage after all. Mystery Lake. We may wind up spending a night here or something, so... Catch a fish at a fishing hole that's found in ice huts. Find at least a 5-kilogram fish. We also have to learn how to craft fishing tackle and catch fish. Okay. Are there materials for that?
Excellent.
Fishing line. And fishing tackle.
I think I
and
can
a
use
hook.
this.
So we can make our run now. I see. You see this? A whetstone. I am glad for that. Alright, so we can make fishing tackle anywhere with just these two, but we're going to go ahead and make it here. Okay. I think I'm going to leave the wood and the scrap metal and stuff like that. We don't need it at the moment. Sewing kit. Matches. They're not very heavy. Even though we left a lot behind, it was basically so we could pick up things like this. I would like to disassemble the storm lantern if we can. I think there's got to be a way to get...
Lamp fuel. We can use this.
Perfect. There's got to be a way to get fuel and stuff out of it. And probably disassembling so we'd do it. Alright, fire log. A laptop. Of course, we can't really use that. Crackers. I think I may put some of this stuff... Cooking pot. We may put some of this stuff up here and use this as kind of a secondary little base. Key to lake cabin number 3.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Okay, let's have a little food. 97%. We're gonna eat our worst whatever we have. Let's eat the crackers, and then we'll drink a bunch of water. Actually, we'll have a soda. That way we can get just a little more calories. Okay. We'll put some of our extra stuff here. Pot can go. Luckily, the whetstone's not as heavy as I was afraid it was going to be. What can we put in there? Let's put in the sardines. Those have some decent calories, so that's all just for when we come back. Just so if we ever stop in here, we've got some stuff, we can have a snack, we'll be good to go. I am going to put the other thing of matches in here. Because if we show up for some reason without matches, we'll have everything that we need to start a fire. I would love to tear up all the cloth in here and prepare everything. We may just try moving in here at some point in time just because I don't know if I want to live with that old man.
What have we here?
Socks. They darn socks the way my mother darned socks. It's got a hole in it? Oh darn. We're already wearing cargo pants. We already have a bedroll. Mystery Lake and area. The Mystery Lake region is an alpine valley, average altitude of 1,200 meters above sea level, and named for the large lake that dominates its southeastern quadrant. The region is fringed by mountains on the west and south, and the foothills of the Inner Island Range to the north and east. The region is bisected by a section of the north-south line of the Trans-Island Railway. The region's main characteristics are its heavily forested and hilly terrain, as well as the abundance of wildlife. The region's high altitude leads to low average temperatures, as well as some of the coldest nighttime temperatures on Great Bear Island. Heavy snowfalls are common. The Mystery Lake area is a popular summertime destination with campers and hikers, but the area largely shuts down during the winter months due to its inaccessibility. There are no major roads connecting the area to the more populated regions in the adjoining valleys lower down in the mountain chain. So the area is primarily accessed by dedicated hikers willing to make the long trek that lines along medium to advanced level trails from the nearest town of Rupert's Landing. The region's harsh inaccessibility has been both a blessing and a curse over the years. Until the railway line was blasted through in the 1930s, the area was a largely pristine and untouched wilderness. But the lack of amenities or standing population made it difficult for any real permanent infrastructure to take root. A project to link the Mystery Lake area with the secondary highway network crisscrossing between the various mountain valleys was abandoned due to the geological instability of the steep mountains, and the cliffs of the highway caused landslides that were a continuous threat to the project's viability. And then the highway project was abandoned after only a few kilometers of roadway had been cleared. In the 1960s, ambitious industrialist Richard Carter selected Mystery Lake for a new hydroelectric project meant to provide power to a large mining operation in the next valley. The lake's continuous replenishment by a vibrant aquifer network, as well as mountain streams that channeled the annual spring runoff, made Mystery Lake a natural reservoir with untapped hydroelectric potential. Yet other than a small test dam constructed in 1962, the project was abandoned when the region's inaccessibility and seismic instability made it cost prohibitive. To this day, apart from the railway line that passes through, the only connection between Mystery Lake and the adjoining valleys are the hiking trails that pass through the mountains. The trails often become impassable during the winter months due to cold temperatures and heavy snowfall. Also, due to the region's generally uninhabited nature, wildlife have not become habituated to the presence of humans, which can make them threatening. Hikers and campers are warned to avoid the area during the winter months, as well as to store all food and waste in bear-safe containers.
Is it food or...
Is it food? Is it real, or is it Memorex? Some trail boots. I think our boots are likely better. They're definitely in better condition, and I don't want to take the time to repair them. Cooking pot?
Handy.
Sure. Recycled can? Sure. Plenty of beds to sleep in. Okay. Time to get out of here, I think. There may be stuff that we've missed, but it's not stuff that we need. We will go out the back door over here just to see what's out here. I think we'll have time to make it there. It's not too late in the day. It's very late in the day, but I think we'll be able to stay there. It'll be inside after all. It's very windy right now, but we're staying nice and warm. I want to go up there at some point. I see deer. That may be a good place to go hunting if we stay in that cabin. Well, this looks like a bit of a derailment. Hopefully it hasn't completely blocked the railroad. Okay, so we might be able to stay or hide in there. I have a feeling this other one's straight off limits, but we're almost there. Which I guess is really good. Okay. It also cut the power. Yeah, I saw you. Okay. Well, that's 2 of our flares. I think we'll take our rifle out. We had enough time that time, but I can switch back and forth pretty quickly if I need to. More howling. I wonder if that's from behind us or ahead of us. Well, they probably can't come through that. All right, flare.
That'll come in handy.
Worn work pants. A heavier duty type of jean with reinforced patches. That's heavy. Perfect rifle ammo and an energy bar. We still have some weight, so I'm willing to take the pants with us for now. We'll look at them when we get a chance. Scrap metal, newsprint. We could probably stay here if we needed to. Actually, let's leave this open. If we ever need to run in here, I'd like for the door to be open so that we can close it behind us. Those stumps over there are pretty much, shows logging. Those stumps are a great place to find reishi mushrooms. We may wind up going there to try and get some more mushrooms. I think there's wolves over there, though. hear crows. Some of those sound very different. Okay. The wolves are running away from something. Suddenly concerned that there's going to be a bear. Yeah. I think there's a bear. Okay, so we missed. I'll have to start letting them get closer. Great. It does look like there's some trailers and stuff that we can stay in, so that's good news.
This place has seen better days.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Gate's locked. Alright. I guess he wasn't that scared anymore. Oh, good to know. An old bedroll. We can break it down for cloth. Actually, that doesn't take long to do either. I'm gonna do it, I think. 34 minutes? We can afford the calories. We can totally stay in here if we want. Metal shelf. Just a crate.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Marine flares are extra bright and loud, and may even warn off a timber wolf. Well, that makes me feel great. Timber wolves. No doubt the wolves' bigger, meaner cousin. Because really, why wouldn't it be? Cardboard boxes. Alright. It is pretty nighttime. We're gonna take the flare. And, we're gonna go try to go to that other trailer. Sounds like the wolf must have kept going. That's good. Alright, we may be spending the night here. Because unless we find the key in here... Oh, there it is. Never mind. The key to the gate and the fence surrounding the Carter Hydro Dam staging area. Alright. I mean, we'll take it. Briar House Winter Crew warning. To the Briar House Winter teams, Carter Dam reminder. We know some of you like to hang out in the dam during your breaks and off hours, but the whole facility is still a no-go. The place is falling apart and unsafe to enter, especially the lower dam. If you need another reason, our insurance won't kick in if you hurt yourself in there, so you'll be on your own. Well, I have no problems staying in here. It looks like there's plenty of bunks. We have plenty of food on us, plenty of water.
This'll come in handy.
I'm gonna leave those clothes behind. Not designed for warmth.
I think I can use this.
A new thick wool sweater. I think that might be an upgrade for us. We have Mackenzie's sweater, which is 0.5C, and a thin wool sweater. If we go to a thick wool sweater, yeah, I mean, it's double the weight, and it's not double the heat. But it is an upgrade over Mackenzie's sweater. This is getting half the heat of the other one, the light wool sweater. So, we'll wear this. Trail boots.
I could use this.
I'm still happy with the boots that I have. Orange soda. We're finding a lot in the way of
I need to drop something.
pillows and the like. I know, buddy. Rifle cartridge. Okay. I think we're gonna take a moment to see if we can figure out what we're gonna do. I want to go into the hydro here, but I don't know. Tempted to start a fire. The other building did not have a burn barrel or anything else like that, so this is definitely, of the two, the one that we want to hang out in. Let's extinguish this real quick. Can I chop up the chair? Do we have enough light to do that? Turns out we do. Let's find out if we can make a campfire indoors. Cannot start a campfire indoors. So we could do it outside and then duck in and out. But I think since we're not actually cold, but we are actually kind of tired, that we'll just look at eating some stuff that we have. Let's eat the stale beef jerky. We're gonna run a chance on this moldy beef jerky. If we get food poisoning, we did not. I was gonna say if we got food poisoning, then we could absolutely just take some antibiotics and rest for a while. We're still at a sprain risk. We're at 31.88. Let's look at some of the stuff that we picked up then. We can probably ditch the wood, since we're not going to start a fire. Let's look at the extra clothing that we got. The decent work gloves are 4%, but they're not nearly so warm. But they weigh 1/4 of what we're currently using. And they still have half the heat value. No resistance to water. These are actually better armor anyway. Never mind. I don't think we need these. Hopefully we can harvest this in the dark. Yeah, looks like that's no problem. That is 8% armor. I think we could wear these together with one of our cargo pants. This is probably worth repairing. Can't repair in the dark. And it'll take 25 minutes. That's 25 minutes of lamp oil to repair the work pants. So we may do that, but we're gonna do it in the dark, or in the morning if so. What else do we have? We've got a lot of flares. We don't need to keep all the flares here. There should be a drawer right here. Let's put some things in the drawer. We'll put in the reclaimed wood. Nope. We're going to go back to sorting alphabetically. That way things don't shift around as the item stacks become less heavy. Extra pills, that's great. They don't weigh very much, so I guess we'll keep them. We'll leave the boots, we'll keep the pants, because I want to try and repair them. Where's our old sweater? Mackenzie's sweater. We'll tear it up for cloth. I think we can do that here in the middle of the night. So let's see what else we're going to put in over here. We still have more water than I really thought that we had. Okay. I'm going to put the good energy bar in here. If we ever come back by this way, we may need a little food. We may need a little beverage. We're great on everything else, and we're full right now, so that's just fine. I'm even going to put in a couple flares. We don't need to be carrying as many as we're carrying right now. We have a lot of rifle rounds. I'm not super convinced we're going to come back this way a lot, so I'm just going to leave it. We're almost underweight. We'll be underweight once we tear up some stuff and do some cloth and things like that. Now, next question I have. I had to get out of that drawer interface. Can I sharpen, like, the hatchet? Yes, the whetstone. It'll grant 3% and cost 12 minutes. Alright. Definitely something we can do in the dark. And how did that go for us? 79%. So yeah, perfect. We're not gonna do that with the scrap metal shard yet. I'm still holding out hope that we get a knife. But if it gets down low, if it gets down to like 10 or 15%, then we will. Yeah, I don't really see anything else that we're going to be able to get rid of at the moment. Can we craft anything in the dark? Can I craft prepared reishi mushrooms? It says anywhere. Yes. We can do that in the dark as well. Let's have a drink of water. And we'll prepare some of these rose hips. Then we're going to go to bed. Feeling around in the dark, I find a bed right here.
It will lead you back to me.